Tonight on Hunter.
Freeze! Police!
Are you sure it was the suspect you hit?
This is an officer who cares about people. Would never take another human life unless it was absolutely warranted.
I have to know what you were doing in the alley the night you got shot.
You killed him.
He tried to kill me. I had no choice.
What's taking so long?
I can't hear the tumblers.
Give me a whack. Sure, that's done.
Make expenses.
Christmas comes early.
Turn.
There's a breaking ball for a strike on one. Lonnie hitting .265 with 6 homers, 40 runs batted in. He's in the leadoff spot for only the second time in the last few months. The pitch is a fastball over again. 0-2. The reason he's leading off is that Willie Wilson has been struggling as the leadoff man. Pitch is a fastball over. They flip to take off.
Hey, hold it right there.
The on-deck circle. The 0-2 to Smith is found at the plate.
He shot the guard and ran down the alley. I'm sorry, that's all I saw.
Okay, thanks a lot.
What'd the wit have to say?
Well, not very much. 2 male Caucasians, medium height, medium build, dark clothes, both left on foot.
You got your hands full, Hunter.
Yeah.
This is their third job, and they haven't left much in the way of evidence. Except all of their jobs involves places with the Security Pack 600 alarm system. It's a dinosaur, an open invitation to any burglar.
Now, MO is coming through the rough like this, huh?
Yeah, they rewire the alarm circuit on an air conditioning duct or air vent. It's the same MO every time.
Yeah, well, except this time they killed somebody. Now, is any of the stuff they've taken over the last couple of jobs showing up on the streets anywhere?
That's the crazy part. Nothing surfaced. The stuff's all small stones, 2, 3 carats, easy to fence.
Well, how soon can I have your case reports on my desk?
You'll have them ASAP.
Great. See you later. Good luck here. There's over 500 stores in Southern California using the Security Pack 600 security system. 57 of those stores are jewelry stores.
Well, why are we concentrating on the Security Pack 600 system?
The Security Pack 600 system is an antiquated system. It's easily bypassed.
Well, we certainly can't cover 57 jewelry stores.
We don't have to. So far, the burglaries have only been occurring in 2 neighborhoods. Now, they're moving west toward Rampart Division, and in that area, there are only 8 jewelry stores with the Security Pack system.
Well, we can handle that.
Mm-hmm.
When can you start?
Tonight. Hey, Ron.
I'm here.
Do you have anything out front at all?
Dead is my first marriage. Hey, McCall, we've been here almost a week. How many more nights we gonna wait?
I don't know. Let me check with Hunter, see what's going on.
7891, 459 now.
Hey, partner, come in. What's going down?
Not a thing. What's up?
Look, you know, there have been no shows all week. Maybe these guys folded up. What do you think?
Well, their M.O. is anywhere from midnight to 6 a.m. I think we should hang loose and see what turns up.
All right. Ron, this is McCall. I've got 2 men at the back of the store. Hold your position.
Roger, 57.
Hunter, did you read that?
Yeah, I got it.
Freeze! Police!
Get out of here. Come on.
They're rabbiting. I'm going after them.
I'll take the front.
I'm a police officer! Throw your gun out and come out where I can see you!
What happened? What happened? Oh, give me a shot. Okay.
I'm hurt.
All right, come on.
I'm hurt.
All right. All right, listen to me. Here. You're gonna be okay. Remember what we talked about, huh? Remember what we talked about? We went over? No evidence? Give it to me. Yeah, let me get that. Where's the key? Duck.
Where's the key to stash? In the box. Where? On my dresser. All right, buddy. All right, come here, buddy. You'll be all right. Shut up. Don't tell the cops anything.
Better get to a radio and call for an ambulance. I wounded him.
You okay?
Yeah,
How about him?
he's breathing. What about the other guy?
No, he must have got past me.
What we got?
Torn the Sally apart. No gun. I don't think we're gonna find it.
Keep looking, it'll turn up.
Look, Dykstra, I returned shots fired. Before you indict me, why don't we finish the search for the weapon first?
Nobody's indicting you, McCall. Why don't you just cool down?
Yeah, well, it's been a long night, you know?
You say you shot the suspect about 60 yards up the alley?
Right.
How long did it take you to get to him?
I don't know, a minute or less.
Okay. We'll be in touch.
I'm going over to the hospital. If Roberts comes too, I want to be there.
Call you later, huh?
Yeah. Thanks.
Mr. Roberts was in surgery for 3 hours. His condition's critical. We don't know if he'll make it or not.
As soon as he regains consciousness, I'd like to know. I'd like to have the opportunity to tape record anything he might say. So let me know, okay?
Excuse me, are you a police officer?
Yes. Can I help you?
Yes, my husband Doug was shot last night by an officer.
You're Mrs. Roberts.
Yes, Adele Roberts. Why was he shot?
Yeah, your husband was involved in an attempted burglary of a jewelry store over on Hudson Street.
That's not true. I mean, Doug hasn't done anything illegal in his life.
Do you have any idea why he was in the area last night?
No, he went to a hockey game with some friends from work. I mean, they probably went out for a drink afterwards. Doug is not a criminal. I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong.
Mrs. Roberts, your husband took several shots at me. He tried to kill me.
You shot Doug?
I'm afraid he didn't give me any choice.
How could he have shot at you? He doesn't even own a gun. You have made a terrible mistake.
Dr. Elias to the emergency room, stat.
Excuse me. David Lane?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm Sergeant Hunter, PD.
It's about Doug Roberts?
Yeah, how'd you know?
His wife called this morning.
Yeah, his wife said that you and a couple other workmates accompanied him to the hockey game last night. Is that right?
Yeah.
What time was the game over?
9:30, 10.
Where'd you go after that?
We had a few bars.
All of you?
Yeah, Doug left early, though. He said he had to get home.
And what time was that?
1. No, 12:30.
12:30? Yeah. Also, he had his own car.
Yeah, I was with Art and Brad. They dropped me off at my apartment.
I see. Now, was Doug a friend of yours?
Besides work, every once in a while, the boss throws a few comp tickets, go to a football game, maybe a hockey game. Shame something like this gotta happen.
Yeah, it is. Can you give me the names of the other two fellows that was with you last night?
Art and Brad. Let me see. There's a card. Does that help you?
Oh, yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah, we heard about Doug. Is he gonna be okay?
He's out of surgery. It's about all I know.
It's good to hear.
You guys good friends?
Yeah, he was a bud.
Crazy, but he was way cool.
Yeah. Brad and I, we got him hooked on, going to hockey games, basketball games.
You have any idea at all what Roberts was doing behind that jewelry store at 3:30 Point?
Not here.
Now, Lane said after the game, you guys all went out to have some drinks. Is that right? Yeah. But Roberts left early. How come?
I'm not sure.
You know, well, he did say he was having problems with his car.
Yeah, his truck. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wiring,
right.
Yeah. Wiring in the truck.
Something like that.
Could have broke down on him.
It's pretty old.
How old is it?
Maybe 56,
57, something like that. Chevy.
What color?
Red.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks. This is William 56. Run the following names through CIC, please.
Roger, go ahead.
David J. Lane, as it sounds. Art B. Jardine, Jardine. And Brad G. Ellman, Ellman.
I identified myself as a police officer, and he fired at me.
How many shots did the suspect fire?
7.
How many shots did you fire?
1. I hit the suspect in the upper chest.
Are you sure?
Yes, when I found him, he had a bullet wound in his chest.
No. I meant, are you sure it was the suspect you hit?
Yes, I'm positive.
What were the lighting conditions in the alley?
There was a street lamp some distance away, and it was rather dim.
So you could clearly see the suspect's face.
No, he was in silhouette.
Then you can't be 100% sure that it was the suspect you were firing at.
He was shooting at me. I saw the flash from his gun. I returned fire.
But when you found the man you shot, he wasn't even armed. He wasn't even dressed the same as when you first observed him. How do you explain that?
You saw that alley. There's hundreds of places where you could stash a gun and clothing.
An army of cops couldn't come up with anything. Okay, let's ask ourselves how a severely wounded man travels 60 yards and hides a gun, a jacket, and a pair of gloves so we can't find them, all in less than a minute?
Roberts had a partner. Maybe the partner circled around. He found Roberts wounded. He took his gun and his clothing.
Look, Sergeant, we would like to believe you. But our problem is we need physical evidence to support that story. And right now, it doesn't look so good. Look, I know these questions are tough. But if we don't ask him now, the DA is going to ask him later.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Find anything interesting?
The lint in my pocket is more interesting than what's on this rack.
Thanks for taking the time to meet with me.
For my lady of the badge, it's always a pleasure. What can I do you for?
I'm looking for a fence who may have moved some jewelry.
How much?
I'd say close to $1 million, taken right out of the jewelry cases of 3 different stores.
What kind of time frame we're working with?
Oh, listen, you know, the deal, I needed it yesterday, as soon as possible.
Well, okay, well, I will start spelling around to see what I can find. Uh-oh. Right after I purchase this little beauty here.
What is that, an armadillo or a rat?
I think it's quite obvious, Sergeant.
Only to your eyes. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, me too. Later.
One way 157, respond.
'57, go ahead.
Your suspect has regained consciousness at Wilshire Memorial.
Thanks for letting me know. I'm on my way.
Roger.
Mr. Roberts, can you hear me?
What are you doing? Leave him alone. Haven't you done enough already?
Mrs. Roberts, I'm sorry. I have to speak with your husband now. Mr. Roberts? I'm a police officer. I have to know what you were doing in the alley the night you got shot. Were you breaking into the jewelry store?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love you.
Doug. Doug. Are you satisfied now? You killed him. You're gonna pay. You're gonna get what you deserve.
Now, Sergeant McCall was in the south part of the alley and you were in front of the jewelry store, is that correct?
That's right.
And when Sergeant McCall radioed saying the suspects were fleeing, what did you do?
I ran to the north entrance of the alley and I started to search the area.
Did you happen to see any of the suspects?
No, I didn't.
Sergeant McCall thinks that Robert's partner doubled back in the alley after he was shot and took his gun.
It's possible.
Look, that area is honeycombed with alleys, residential yards. That second suspect could have disappeared a dozen different ways.
There's another possibility. If one of the suspects got by you, maybe both of them escaped.
What he means is, if both of them got by you, McCall could have mistaken Roberts for the suspect and shot him.
Look, anything might have happened that night. But McCall was on top of her suspect from the word go.
But it's like you said, anything might have happened that night.
What I'm trying
That's
to...
all for now, Sergeant. Thank you.
What are you planning on calling this report? Getting McCall? You spent all your time trying to poke holes in her story. Didn't it ever occur to you she might be right?
That's exactly why we have to cover every angle of this thing.
Good, because there are a couple of angles I think you're missing. What about her performance record, for starters? This is not some trigger-happy cop we're talking about. This is an officer who cares about people, would never take another human life unless it was absolutely warranted. And let me tell you something else. I think this guy Roberts is as dirty as it gets.
You better cool down, Captain, because this is not a personal thing.
I take it personally. McCall is one of the best officers I have ever worked with. This department needs more officers like her.
I understand your concern for Sergeant McCall, and I respect that. But we didn't ask for this assignment. But now that it's ours, you damn well better believe we're going to do the investigation our way. Because if we don't, this whole thing is going to look like one big departmental whitewash. And I don't think you want that.
You know, I really don't care what it looks like. Whitewash or not, I just care that the truth gets out. And I want the good in with the bad.
Oh, you're going to get that. I promise you. Captain. What about McCall?
What about her?
It's department procedure. You're gonna have to tell her eventually.
I know my job. Look, McCall, I am sorry, but it's not my idea. You know the way this goes. You've been reassigned to administrative duties.
For how long?
Until the investigation is over. Now, look, McCall, you know where I stand on this. If it was up to me, there'd be no problem, but it's not. It's up to the brass. And you know how they are. They're just covering their tails. What do you got?
Okay, rundown on Lane is he's an ex-con from Miami. 4 convictions for burglary. 1985, a federal rap for transporting stolen property across the state line.
What about Jardine and Ellman?
Jardine, well, they're small-time punks, but the only one without a record was Roberts.
Well, I think we got probable cause. I want these people put on 24-hour surveillance. I want you to look into their phone records. As a matter of fact, call Ed Fowler down at the DA's office. Explain the situation to him. He's the best guy I know for getting a subpoena on short notice.
If there were 4 of them, then how come only 2 pulled the job?
Well, I think 2 pulled a job while 2 were making alibis for him.
What about Robert's truck?
Ah, the truck. Good point. Black and White found the truck 1 block from the jewelry store. I checked it out. The truck was rigged for an alibi.
These guys thought of everything.
Yeah, but they didn't plan on Roberts dying.
Now I know how I was set up. Lane went back and he took Robert's gun.
Right.
We're gonna have to find some way to prove that.
Don't worry about it. They'll blow it. Come on.
Hold on a second. You're flying solo for a while. McCall's stuck at the desk until after the review board's inquiry.
I'll be in touch.
Oh, great.
You think Roberts told the cops about us before he died? You should have never let him stash the stuff.
How many times I gotta tell you? One guy reduces the risk of exposure.
But a security locker, I mean, why a security locker?
Because there's a lot of people out there who steal things. The only thing I didn't figure on was Roberts getting killed.
Hey, no big deal, right? We're just going in there and get the stuff, right?
It's a security locker. You know what that means? I need Robert's key.
Well, did he tell you where he put it?
Yeah. He's got a stash at his house.
Oh, great, great. So we just go to Robert's place and ask his old lady if we can pick it up, huh? No thanks.
I'll take care of it. I'm the best, right? Lighten up, don't worry.
How you doing?
Been better.
You know, those guys will blow it sooner or later, believe me.
Well, I hope it's sooner, because I know that sitting at this desk will drive me nuts. I can't handle it that long, you know?
Yeah, I know it's been hard. I've been there. I
I know we don't have a lot of evidence right now on these guys, but they gotta dump this merchandise on the street sometime.
I know that Roberts was involved in that burglary. I know for a fact I shot the right man.
Where's Kirby?
The Caribbean. It's his first vacation the man's had in 15 years. And he wanted me to check the store to see if everything was all right. I thought that McCall was supposed to make this meeting.
Yeah, but she's camping. What do you got, Sporty?
Man, I got plenty of nothing. You hear me? I have made a touch with every fence I know in the city, and no one, I mean no one, has even a tiny carrot, man, of the merchandise that McCall mentioned to me.
This stuff is very fensible. It's very tiny stuff. It should be on the streets by now.
I know, man, but look, I have earned my PhD in talking to fences. I think I let McCall down on this one, man.
No, I don't think you did.
No?
I think you've been a very big help, Sporty.
How so?
Thank you very much.
Wait a minute, you gonna leave me hanging like this, man? You can't leave me hanging like this now, come on.
You've been a big help.
Hunter, what did I find out, man?
Really?
Hey, Hunter, come on, man. Tell me what I found out, man, please. Hey, man, look. Give me a clue at least. Man, I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Mrs. Roberts?
Yeah. What do you want?
I know this is a very difficult time for you. But I have to know more about your husband.
What do you want me to tell you? About the burglaries he committed? The jewelry he stole? The money? Is that what you're hoping for? Well, he didn't do any of those things. Doug was a fine man. I mean, he never hurt anybody. You took him away from me. And I can never forgive you for that.
He tried to kill me. I had no choice.
Get out.
Gave me the whole sales pitch, just like I thought. Need an ID badge with a picture on it before they give anyone access to the security vaults.
We risked the necks for that stuff. Now we can't even touch it.
Hey, we're not blowing off $1 million.
Hey, that's not a bread box like those jewelry stores. They had more protecting their place than a security pack 600.
Doesn't mean it can't be had. All we gotta do is get inside.
I see the ID card.
Hey, how are we gonna fix this?
Easy. Take his picture, put on the ID badge.
Roberts, come right in.
This is my attorney, Leonard Chadway.
Pleased to meet you. Have a seat, both.
I'm concerned, Captain, about why you called my client in for questioning.
Well, of course, it has to do with our investigation of Mr. Roberts' death. We're interested in clearing up some details. We think Mrs. Roberts might be able to help us.
I presume you've heard that Mrs. Roberts is bringing a legal action against Officer McCall and your department. A wrongful death suit, $20 million.
No, I hadn't heard that.
You will, Captain.
Mrs. Roberts, we'd like to know how often your husband went out to sporting events and then stayed out till 3 or 4 in the morning.
Recently, he went out quite often.
Did he ever say where he was?
No, and I never asked.
Why not?
Well, I figured it was Doug's business. I mean, he went out with some buddies for some fun. What harm is there in that?
You were never concerned about where he was until that late hour, eh?
Oh, come
As
on.
Mrs. Roberts' attorney, may I ask where these questions are taking us?
Yes, Counselor, you may ask, and I'll be happy to tell you. We want to know what evenings Mr. Roberts went out, the exact dates, and where he said he was going.
Doug is not a robber, Captain.
All right. I'll accept that. You just tell me, what were the dates he went out with David Lane?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
No.
If you did remember, would it have any influence on this $20 million suit you're about to throw in our faces?
You think this is about the money? Is that what you think? Look, he came to me about the lawsuit. All I wanted to do was to clear Doug's name. If it takes a trial to do that, then fine. But I want that verdict in every newspaper across the country. I want everybody to know that that lady cop murdered my husband. Doug couldn't get any justice when he was alive. Now maybe he can get it after he's dead.
Guess there's nothing left to say except see you in court.
If you do, tell your client to bring her memory with her. How about the jewelry? Is any of that turned up?
It's not being fenced in L.A.
What do you think? It's being shipped out of town?
Oh, it might be, Charlie. But then again, I think Lane might just be sitting on the whole bunch trying to make a deal later on.
Then he skips town and heads for parts unknown.
We're still checking on the toll calls that Roberts, Lane, Jardine, and Ellman made. We might get lucky. You sure about that? Great. Okay, listen, we'll have someone there, say 15, 20 minutes. Thanks so much. Just got a phone call. This guy is the manager of Western Security, and he remembers a man matching Robert's physical description renting a private vault there about a month ago.
Hunter, homicide.
Rick, this is Roswell.
Yeah, what's up?
Something's going down. They've been back here twice today. A place called Western Security.
Yeah, we got it right here, Western Security.
7908 Slater Boulevard.
That's right. I'm on my way.
You're gonna find some jewels.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Be careful.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Thanks.
I tell you guys it worked like a charm, huh?
211, 212.
Come on,
Come on.
Almost there. Home run. No more loading trucks. All right, why don't you go to the front door? Real calm like. Check it out. Brad, I trust you my third of the jewels.
Hey.
Let me clear the print.
Consider it done, boss man.
William H., shots fired. We need a backup now.
This one's a goner.
This one's still breathing.
Art Jardine not only is going to pull through, he's talking to the district attorney as we speak.
Finally, good news.
Well, just got off the phone with the chief. Congratulations, you're back on full duty.
All right.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for standing behind me, too.
Anytime.
So, have you been thinking about how you're going to thank me?
How?
You know, after all these years, this could happen.